very hopeful that one won't be necessary. Is that fair to say, Marcus, that, I mean, both of us kind of think it's going to be a one-day trial?
I believe it may very well be finished in one day. And I'll wait for Mr. Lindsay to finish before we get into the rest of it, Judge.
I mean, that's pretty much my thoughts on it, Your Honor. And you know, as officer of the court, I will notify the court that this is my second request for a continuance in this matter. Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Wilkerson.
Well, Your Honor, this matter has been reset a number of times, as the court may recall, dating all the way back into October of 2021. Now, it was not due to anything that involved either party. The first three times it was due to some court unavailability. I'm not sure if if there were some issues with getting it said, or if just unavailabilities arose.
I think, Mr. Wilkerson, in all fairness, I provided both parties a lot of different dates. I think there was one date where I got called to Austin.
Yes, sir.
And had to reschedule, but I provided a lot of other dates and none of those were ever agreed to, which is why we pushed out this far. But anyway, I interrupted you. Go right ahead, sir.
Well, and so about 3 months ago, Mr. Lindsay came into the case for trial purposes from Mr. Parsons and asked for continuance, and the court granted it. And that's, I believe, when the court is talking about that a lot of different dates had been provided, and we did go through a whole series of dates to get to this May 25th and 26th setting. And so I just, at this point, Judge, I just have to very strongly oppose any further continuances in this matter. This case was originally supposed to have been tried in July of last year, before a scheduling order ever got entered, setting it for trial in October of last year. And it wasn't until this year that counsel for the plaintiff did file their first motion for continuance. We did not strongly oppose that, primarily as a professional courtesy, but I think the court generally gives each side, at least one. And so they had their continuance. And like opposing counsel said, I really do not expect this to go into a second day, Judge. I believe that it was scheduled that way primarily originally primarily at the request of the plaintiff. I think I only have 3 witnesses, maybe 4 to put on, depending on what their case in chief would show, Judge. So I don't necessarily think that that the conflict that the plaintiff has would even preclude trial of this matter.
Ms. Lindsay, what is the nature of your client's conflict on the 26th?
I believe it's her son. Her son is graduating from high school.
I assume she knew about that a while back.
I think probably so.
Well, let's do this. Let's plan on going to trial the 25th. I will stay late if I need to accommodate the parties to try to get all the testimony heard. If we run into an issue, I can go, well, no, I'll be at the emergency management conference the next week.
Well, and Your Honor, I may be able to make it a little easier on the court as well. In the alternative, we'd ask that if we do go over the morning of the 26th, my client would be able to appear via Zoom. I think her son's graduation's out of town. So if we bleed into and need an hour or two in the morning, she can appear by Zoom.
Okay, well, let's see. Let's, do I have, on the 25th, do I have uncontested? At 9?
Nothing on that day. We're starting the trial at 9.
Okay, well, we will start y'all at 9. If I need to work through lunch on the 25th, I'll do that. So you might bring some peanuts in your briefcase.
Yes, sir.
And, let's see if we can get it all done on the 25th. And then we'll move on from there. And, I don't want your client to miss her son's graduation. But I will tell you that if I start to hear redundant testimony, I'll probably ask you to move on, okay?
Yes, sir, Your Honor. Very fair, Judge. Thank you.
All right, well, we will see you on the 25th and move as quickly as we can. Are there any other issues today?
The only thing, Judge, just to clarify, is trial the 25th, is that scheduled to be in person?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
As far as, and I think one of the things that can certainly speed this up is pre-admitting exhibits. The court want us to exchange any exhibits and
I absolutely would love for y'all to submit any objections prior to that. I will have hearings on Monday, the 23rd. So if y'all want to show up at the close of those hearings and discuss that, I'll be happy to meet with y'all.
all right, Judge, we can get that done.
All right. Well, thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Y'all have a great rest of your week.